mermaids, it's Marielle from AquaMermaid, and today I'm doing a video about how to install a giant tank in aquarium to do mermaid performances. We're currently in South Haven, Michigan for Mermaid Megafest, and we'll go with the Circus Sirens troupe to install their beautiful tank right now.
Sure. So I'm Morgana Alba, and I own Circus Siren Entertainment, and we're about to unload our 9-foot tall travel tank. So in a minute here, Captain Coates, who's our head wrangler, is going to back it down on our custom trailer for it. It's going to take a forklift to get it off. The tank weighs about 1,500 to 1,800 pounds, best that we can estimate. We'll give it a quick scrub and then prime the pump, because pumps always have to have the water in them before you start using them, otherwise they die. And we'll hook it up to a pump, a filter, and an inline heater, so all of that will be external to the tank. And then we're going to have a filling company come in and fill it, and it'll be ready to go in about an hour.
And can you tell us about your story from yesterday night?
Yes, it was anytime you travel with large equipment, it's an adventure, and we mostly have it down to the science. But last night we had a failure on our trailer lights, which stopped us. And you need to be street legal, so we had to replace the entire trailer light system. And then about an hour into the trip, the tarps we used to protect the acrylic of the tank from road debris started to shred. They've been in use for about a year, so their time's up. And we had to use just copious amounts of duct tape and a little mermaid magic to get them to stay for the trip to Michigan.
Looking to go just right here. We're waiting for the forklift guy to move the tank to his final position. Now the forklift arrived, forklift number 2, because the first forklift was too small to lift this giant tank. Now, time to put it on the ground.
Hi, I'm Sadie Johnson, owner of Once Upon a Giant Mermaid Entertainment. I am also one of the festival founders of Mermaid Megafest 2018. So we are here today bringing in the tank that is 3,000 gallons, 9 foot tall by 8 foot wide. It took a couple city meetings to get the permits for it, but we have it here, and we've also ordered a forklift to bring it off of the trailer and put it in the Old Harbor Village.
Now it's time we're gonna move the tank from the lift to the floor, and we're strapping it, and we have a little machine here to help.
Let's get the ladder in, and then once the ladder's in, if you could start removing the rest of the strap bits. And then we're gonna start detarping, and...
So these can all start to come off, yeah?
Yes, that's part of it.
Now we have our little fern
So our
small
marine sealant, and it's amazing. It bonds underwater, it cures underwater. So like, if you have a hole in your boat, that's literally what you use to seal your boat.
That's what I use. But is that her hole? She's
I don't know.
She looks like she knows what she's doing.
We're erring on the side of caution.
But if somebody would hand me the rags.
Then now we're going to clean the bottom of the tank because it's a bit dirty. to get ready before filling it up.
What you've got here is a top-of-the-line pump. This one is actually, its flow rate is based on PSI. It's fantastic, one of the best out there. It's a Dart hybrid. Over here we have an inline heater. This is one of the few high-end heaters that works off your standard 110 outlet.
A spa heater?
Yes, essentially. This one will get the tank up to about 85 degrees because the tank is 3,000 gallons.
And how long?
It depends on a lot of environmental factors. In full sun like this, I'm in theory, I think it'll be tomorrow.
Okay.
And then this is a filter. This filter will filter the entire volume of the tank in less than an hour.
Are you planning to put chlorine in the water and stuff?
No. For a tank this size, you literally can't do a saltwater system because there's not enough volume of water to handle that properly. All it's really required to do a freshwater system instead of chlorine is to shock it overnight with a small amount of chemical and a calcium-free chemical so it doesn't clog the water. And that way it'll purify, but it'll be a small enough amount of chemical that it'll disperse, so by the next morning it shouldn't be an issue for anyone's eyes. So prices, honestly, if you're going to want to do a tank and you're going to want to do it properly, I would estimate a $15,000 investment, easily $30,000 depending on what you want to do, and that's for something this size. Something like this that's an acrylic cylinder, if you were to buy it quote unquote off the rack, which is not possible, if you were to have it made, it'd probably run you $25,000 to $30,000 just for that piece. And then you've got to figure out transport, filters, heaters, and at any point, if any piece craps out on you, you're out a significant amount of money.
We are bringing in a pool filling company, and they are going to be filling the tank with water. So it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be really fun.
So this is just to flood, like a couple inches and get all the mud off. We'll turn it off and we'll let it drain, and then we'll close it and fill it for real.
That's it. The tank is full of water. Let's go in.
Yeah. Oh, this.
Washing with soap.
Yeah. With Dawn.
Some nice
It's good for the fishes.
I like
Literally
for
what
the
they
fish.
use to clean
Yeah,
animals.
it's because it's the soap they use for wildlife and for like.
when they have their oil spills, this is the soap they use.
If it's leaking.
It's not leaking. No, that's the like emergency drain.
Oh, it's too full. It's like the
Yeah.
overflow.
Because we parked.
I know.
Rinsing off after putting some soap.
This valve should run shit ton of water.
Plugging everything in. The heater, the pump, to get that water.
That's fine.
warm
Once
and
we-
super comfy. And there we go. The giant aquarium is ready. Check behind me. Ready. It's a beautiful blue. And you can see all around. It's pretty big. It's 9 feet tall and about 3,000 gallons of water. Exciting! The mermaids are coming up soon. Any tips from what you learned up to now if someone wants to buy a tank?
Oh, don't buy a tank. Sorry. My honest advice is don't buy a tank. Honestly, they can be really magical when they're all set up, but you're going to spend 50 times the amount of time you'll spend in it just in the preparation and planning and the working to move it from one place to another. You need to get a background in water chemistry and pool cleaning and to know the ins and outs of all your equipment, and if at any point any piece of your equipment fails, you're going to be out several $100s at the drop of a hat. So honestly, 2 out of 10 would not do again. I did it. I've worked with smaller tanks, and if you're going to buy yourself a smaller, like 200, 300 gallon, what I like to call a specimen tank, where you're going to lay in it, and that's about that. Just make sure that you get yourself a good filter system. Don't overdo it on the chemicals. It's where a lot of people make mistakes. And get a heater. Any standard aquarium heater will work. I don't recommend bucket heaters because they're difficult to regulate the temperature on. But if you're going to go for something that's 3,000 gallons, don't.
The insurance was $1,500 to bring that tank for, and we needed to watch overnight because we don't want anyone to fall or any issue. There was a lot of things to take into account, but I got the amazing experience of swimming in that tank. Then watch my next video about my experience of swimming in this giant tank and let me know what you think. Would you like to buy a tank after this video? Let me know in the comment below. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. It was a lot of work to set up that tank, but the results are amazing. And if you're thinking to buy a giant tank, think twice and make sure to be ready for all the challenges. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, give us a thumbs up. Let me know if you know anyone with a giant tank and maybe I can go see them and do another video for you. See you and take care.